Good morning and welcome to your morning cup of news fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you here on your daily local. Today is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. Got myself a fresh cup of Dragon's Roast that we brewed right here at home. You can order your favorite roast to brew at home online at whitecanecoffee.com. Don't forget the White Cane Coffee Cafe is open in the plaza across from Tops. Stop in, get yourself a fresh cup, get it in one of these special laser engraved tumblers, get it filled with your purchase. When you bring it back, get 50% off any refill as part of the White Cane Coffee Mug Club. And while you're there, grab a cinnamon roll, a scone, maybe a Danish or breakfast burrito. Say hi to the friendly folks at White Cane. And if you can't make it down to the cafe, well, that's no problem. White Cane's also available on DoorDash. Just place your order, have your favorites delivered right to your door. And now let's take a look at today's news. The Warren Library Association will give a special presentation at the Warren Women's Club on Monday, November 6th. Celebrating 150 years, Kelly Knapp will discuss the library's history, services provided, and the recently completed renovations. The luncheon will follow the presentation. Cost for lunch is $20 per person, and reservations, which must be made by Friday, that's tomorrow, November 3rd, can be made by calling Rachel at the club at 814-730-5910. And speaking of the library, there's a number of children's events the library is offering through the end of the year, including Toddler Time, Mondays at 10:30 a.m. for ages 1 through 5, where you can join Miss Susan for stories, songs, crafts, and creative play. Turkey Talk on Saturday, November 4th at 11 a.m., where children and families will learn about and visit with heritage turkeys from Mike Morton's Sundance Kids Farm. Registration is appreciated for this event, but is not mandatory. Dear Oh Dear DIY workshop will be happening on Saturday, December 2nd at 11:30 a.m. This DIY program will start with a few holiday stories and end with each child stuffing their own plush reindeer. Registration for this event is required, and the registration form will be available in the children's department starting on November 14th. Happy Holidays with Santa and Mrs. Claus will be on Saturday, December 9th at 11:30 a.m. in the Slater Room. Join us for a jolly time as Santa and Mrs. Claus share holiday stories and songs. Afterwards, children can visit with Santa. Registration for this event is required as well, and the registration form will be available in the children's department on Friday, November 17th. And then after school with Mrs. Claus on Monday, December 11th at 4:30 p.m. in the children's department. Mrs. Claus loves books and children, so she makes the time to visit Warren to share the holiday stories, songs, and crafts. Registration for this event is appreciated but not mandatory, and the form will be available beginning on Tuesday, November 21st. Current high school juniors who live in a home with electricity supplied by the Warren Electric Cooperative can earn an all-expenses-paid trip to Washington, D.C. next summer. The trip is being offered through the National Rural Electric Youth Tour Program, which is sponsored by the National Rural Electric Cooperative Association. Any student who is currently a junior in high school and whose home has provided electric services from the Warren Electric Cooperative is eligible to apply, and applications are being accepted until January 17th, 2024. Quote, since the WEC values education and training as one of the 7 cooperative principles, particularly when it concerns our community's youth, we are prepared to send up to 5 students on this trip, which carries approximately a $2,500 value per individual, the WEC said in a release. Interested students must consult with their parents and confirm that they do, in fact, reside in a household that receives electric service from the WEC. Once students obtain their parents' WEC account number, they can apply to attend the youth tour at warrenec.coop/youth tour. As part of the application process, candidates will be asked to complete a 250 to 500 word essay discussing the following. What did a rural household look like in 1940 prior to the delivery of electric service in terms of heat, food preparation, food storage, lighting, security, and communication? The essay should conclude with a paragraph discussing the most vital use of electricity that a student uses daily. For example, what would you miss the most if you didn't have access to electrical service? Completed applications must be submitted by January 17th, 2024. Candidates who have submitted a completed application will then be scheduled for a short interview during the first 2 weeks of February. Finally, students selected by the WEC Board of Directors will be notified at the end of February. You can see the full story on this opportunity now at yourdailylocal.com. Mahjong classes have begun at the Warren Women's Club. Pat Smolder is the instructor. We'll have handouts for all attendees. The cost is $5 per session to help defray the club's operating costs. For more information, please contact Susie Spangler at 321-356-3066. Classes are open to members and non-members alike. The Pennsylvania Department of Transportation is inviting the public to view the online plans display for a project to rehabilitate the bridge that carries Route 59 over Kinzig Creek. The bridge, located on Route 59 in the Allegheny National Forest between the intersections with Route 6 and 321. This bridge rehabilitation project will involve structural steel repairs to the truss members, concrete repairs to the bridge piers and abutments, bearing replacements, and a navigational lighting system replacement. Work is expected to occur during the 2024 construction season. The plans display for this bridge project will be held online only and include a handout, a PDF presentation, and an online comment form. It will be open until November 3rd and can be accessed by visiting the PennDOT District 1 website at penndot.pa.gov/District 1. We will be right back with a look at the day's weather forecast after this quick word from our sponsor.
The only thing worse than being stuck at home is being stuck at home without coffee. We can't let that happen. Browse our selection and order online. From sweet to tangy, hot or iced, we have something for you. White King Coffee, because every cup makes a difference. Cheers.
And welcome back to your morning cup of news, fueled by White Cane Coffee. Brian Hagberg with you on your daily local. And now let's take a look at the day's weather forecast from the National Weather Service and State College. It will be mostly cloudy today with a high near 46 degrees. Southwest winds will be at 5 to 10 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20. Night will start mostly cloudy, but gradually becoming clear with a low of around 31 degrees, and southwest winds will be at 8 to 10 miles an hour. We will be right back with your morning cup of sports after this quick message.
Have you ever wanted to play an instrument? The Warren Music Conservatory is the area's only choice for premier music education, with the area's top music instructors giving you fun and exciting music lessons for a variety of instruments and styles. The Music Conservatory also rents and repairs instruments of all types. And don't forget to stop in and check out our student bookstore for your musical supplies like strings, sticks, picks, and more. What are you waiting for? Stop dreaming. Start doing today.
And now we're going to send it over to Andy Close with your morning cup of sports.
Good Thursday morning, November the 2nd. It's time for your morning cup of sports, fueled by White Cane Coffee. It's a District 10 championship kind of day for the Warren Lady Dragons soccer team. The Lady Dragons beat Meadville by a score of 9-1 at Fort LaBeouf High School on Wednesday to capture the Class 3A District 10 crown. Leading the way for Warren was Mia Irwin, scoring 5 goals, including 3 in the first half, in the victory for Warren. It was their third win over the Bulldogs this season. Lainey Wenzel and Maggie Bennett had 1 goal each for Warren, while Lucy Bigelow added a pair of goals for the Dragons. Eliza Brooke and Mariel Stans had 1 assist each. Ending it this way puts a nice exclamation point on our season, said Warren coach Mark Ordway. We have been playing extremely well late in the season. Hopefully we can continue our momentum into next week's state playoff game. That playoff game will be Tuesday, November the 7th, against the number 3 team from the WPIAL. That will be either Mars or Montour. That game will be played, that Whitfield third place game will be played today. Elsewhere, the Warren Dragons volleyball team will look to match the soccer team with a District 10 title of their own. They will take on top seed Meadville today at 5:30 p.m. from the Haggerty Event Center in Erie. The two teams squared off several times during tournament play and met during the last week of the regular season, a 3-2 win for Meadville. Warren coming into the match having knocked off 4-time defending District 10 champion Conneaut in the semifinals. That is your morning cup of sports, fueled by White Cane Coffee. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
Thank you so much for that look into sports, Andy. And don't forget to head to yourdailylocal.com throughout the day for all the news you need when you need it. You can also like, subscribe, and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X. Just search Your Daily Local on your favorite social media channel and hit that like, subscribe, or follow button. You can subscribe to our weekly email newsletter online at yourdailylocal.com. Just click the subscribe to our newsletter button, enter your email address, and get our newsletter delivered right to your inbox. Don't forget to tune in every weekday morning at 8:30 a.m. for your morning cup of news, fueled by White Cane Coffee. And every Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. as White Cane Coffee presents Coffee and a Conversation, where we sit down with someone from the community to talk about the people, places, events, and happenings throughout the region that matter most to you. Always a great conversation you won't want to miss. And if you know someone in the community that we should have a chat with, send us a note, news@yourdailylocal.com. Let us know who that person is and why we should have a discussion with them. We'll make every effort to make that happen for you. That will wrap it up for your Thursday. Hope everybody has a great day. And remember, if you change one life, you change the world. Cheers.
You know what would make that better? A cup of White Cane coffee.
Wow, that really is great coffee.
White Cane coffee, because every cup makes a difference.
It's not just about music lessons. It's about hard work, perseverance, dedication, self-expression, making memories. Let's make memories together.